Alright, up next we have the Cornucopia and Guilds set, and just like the last one, this looks like a menagerie board. There's Hamlet to help you discard duplicates to activate your menageries. The only issue really is, there's also horse traders which discards, so the only issue is Horn of Plenty. Usually when you want Horn of Plenty, you want a lot of them, but menagerie doesn't like duplicates, so it will probably be a bit tricky to try to balance how many Horns of Plenty your deck can support. So we'll see about that as we go along. The opening for me is Remake on Silver, trying to get up to Jester as soon as possible. The Jester is going to be good, hopefully. Hopefully. My opponent goes for the same here, Remake on Silver, and also comes out with a Jester. I come out with two Menageries and a Hamlet on this turn. That is brilliant. That's a very, very good turn for me. I'm very happy about that. I have the two Menageries and the Hamlet that can help the Menageries activate. And my opponent is going to miss out on just the one Menagerie, but picks up the Hamlet as well. So very close decks at this point. Very close decks. I know I have an interesting position 6 here. The last time I played a Menagerie style deck on 6 I bought a gold and regretted it. So I tried to take my time here and properly decide what to do with this 6, and I decided to go for a tournament. Gold was a consideration. The Horn of Plenty was also a consideration. Second Jester as well. In the end, I went for the tournament, and I'm still not sure if that was the right thing to do or not. Anyways, my remake is at the bottom of the shuffle here, which isn't great news for me. This Jester also misses. Now on 5, I'm going to pick up the Horn of Plenty, just trying to add uniques into the deck to hopefully trigger the Menageries. So my opponent gets his Menagerie off there after seeing his remake, so we were about equal on the first shuffle, but he has had a much better second shuffle, and his Jester gets a copy of Horn of Plenty, which is great news for him. He has 8 and 2 buys, which I was expecting to be like tournament, horse traders. Instead it's straight for a province. So I don't like the province, especially seeing as how he doesn't have a tournament yet. I thought it would have been 2 4s or like 5 and 3 or something, especially because he had the plus buy. But he went for the province right away. Here I am going to play my Jester again, and it comes up empty. And finally get rid of the last estate into a menagerie here. I thought about turning the silver in for another tournament, but I think getting rid of the copper is far more important at this stage of the game, just to have the menageries be as reliable as possible. So 6, again, the goal decision is in my mind, whether or not I should get that at all. Uh, I'm also actually thinking about how to get to province. Do I need the gold to get to province? I don't think so. Like if I have the silver already, a couple tournaments, hopefully they activate. I mean, jeez, if they don't activate, I'll be very, very sad. So I consider the Jester, but I don't think I have the action to support another Jester along with my current Jester and remake. So I pick up another tournament. That should get me up to 8 for the province, which is what I want. So 5 again here between Horn and Jester. I mean, Harvest could get you a lot of money, but I didn't really want to put a Harvest in my deck. I don't have the terminal space yet, so just gonna pick up another Horn. I have the Hamlet, so maybe it'll work out with Menageries, maybe. So anyway, my opponent copies another good card off the top of my deck here, and I believe he has a tournament by this point, or will pick up one here. Tournament Menagerie seems very, very reasonable. His Horn comes out here and lets him gain the tournament, right? So he has the tournament and the province and is going to reshuffle very, very soon here. Regarding prizes, I believe Princess is the most valuable prize on the board, and this is awful. This is just so sad. Tournament gets blocked. That's one less card, one less money for me, and there's not a lot that could be done about it. Going to choose to remake over the Jester here. Again, going for reliability with my menageries. I do have both the horns here, and I think I need plus actions at this point, so I think one of these will be a farming village. Oh no, I have two for the hamlet, so I believe I can pick up like menagerie, and a hamlet here and be okay. So yeah, this is what I end up doing, I think. Or I'm going for the jester, not sure. We'll see soon enough, right? So yeah, jester and another hamlet for the actions. So not only does he block, but he gets to pick up a prize. And he picks up the steed. So the steed is all well and good, right? But I think the princess is where you want to be here. There's remake tricks you could do with the princess in play. There's also probably the best source of plus buy on the board. And the cost reduction is excellent, especially in combination with the Horn of Plenty. So I really thought that would have been the princess there, but he picks up the steed. So maybe I can still get up to my province and have my tournament pick up the princess. So if I have the princess, I feel I can at least compete at this point. So another horn for my opponent. Guess what this hamlet draws? More copper. So this menagerie cannot activate. At least I find the remake and I can get rid of those coppers. Hopefully by this point I should be very, very reliable with my menageries. I do have the duplicate horns, but I also have hamlets to take care of that issue. So we'll see how things go from here. So I am going to kick off here, obviously, with the menagerie, and we'll see how far I can get. I need to be counting uniques because I want to get my Horn of Plenty up to 8, and that's not at all difficult on this board, right? Keeper copper, keeper silver, menagerie itself, horn is 4 already, tournament is 5, hamlet 6, you're nearly there, jester 7. Anyway, so 8 and 2 buys for my opponent again. So with the horn as well, I thought this would be more buying, more building for my opponent, but he just gains another tournament and picks up a second province. So he had the 2 plus buys there again. I thought he would build, but instead goes for the points. My tournament gets blocked again. This is not a happy experience so far for me here. And I do finally manage to copy something off the Chester, which is a hamlet. So that's good news for me. I'm going to continue to pick up menageries here. I need to draw. I really need to draw, especially if he's blocking my tournaments and not giving me the card. Another jester for me, I believe, and a farming village just for the plus actions. Also, it is a unique for my Horns of Plenty. And I lose another prize. Well, I don't lose another prize, but my opponent picks up another prize. Just drew into it. And still, he doesn't go for the princess. He actually goes for the followers, which I think is even worse than the steed, right? The curse can be remade. The reduced hand size is not a problem to menagerie-based decks. The estate is going to get in his way. I really think the princess over the followers there. I don't know his hand when he picked up the steed. Maybe he needed to draw a couple extra cards, but maybe that was the case here too. He wanted to draw from the followers, but really, I think princess was number 1 on this board. So yeah, this was quite a frustrating experience for me in this game, right? My jesters missed, tournaments got blocked right away. His jesters hit. He picked up prizes which I thought were not the best prizes on the board. Finally, this tournament gets through. I think that's the first time my tournament has got through since he has a province. So I have some hope for a turn here. I have to play this hamlet, obviously, and I need to discard for actions. So I'm going to put the copper down because I know I have duplicate coppers. Don't want to run into that anywhere. Now I have duplicate jester, so I need to sort that out. So jester comes out, I gain a jester off of him, so that's good. That's good. Jester is now starting to put in work. I guess now my opponent is a lot thinner than he was before, so Jester has a higher chance of connecting. So just trying to be very, very careful here. I may have to discard a horn here if I want to trigger the reshuffle and try to go for a menagerie, but I think I decide not to trigger this reshuffle and just play the jester and remake here. Remake will turn my silver into something. Here I get another hamlet of the jester, which is good. plus actions and the discard ability is going to be very, very useful. So on my remake, I pick up a horse traders. The discard can be useful, and again another unique for my Horns of Plenty, which somehow isn't up to province yet. I was surprised. So I pick up a gold off of one just for the unique, and another horn, and Hamlet and Menagerie to finish it out, right? So if I want to have a chance in this game, I would need him to stall here, maybe have a good turn where I get a lot of my horns in play and threaten some kind of pile ending. Because I have the 8 uniques now, just to get up there and see what I could do. But my opponent kicks off, manages to gain a duchy off the tournament, which is real good for them. And has quite a long turn here. They actually managed to connect another tournament with a province, picking up a second duchy, and they liquidate all their horns into provinces here. So just trying to rush out the end of the game here and close me out before I can do anything. So obviously that puts me in a very uncomfortable position. And yeah, at the end of it, I think he has what, 36 or 38 points, and I have -2 because his jester lands another curse on me. Oh no, the followers, sorry, not the jester. So the followers comes out, and so yeah, I'm at -2. He'll end up on 30 something, and he picks up another horn after liquidating all these horns into provinces. He doesn't have enough money to buy a province, otherwise I assume he'd have gone for it. So he just picks up another horn here. Yeah, so he managed to get the princess as well, I believe. Did he? I think so. I think he had the princess after getting the duchies. Yeah, tournament blocked again. I haven't won very many tournaments this game. And yeah, this turn hoping to see a menagerie, but I don't end up seeing a menagerie here. I end up just seeing the jester, and that prompts me to resign. So this was a pretty frustrating game for me here, but we'll see how if I can turn it around later on. Thanks for watching. See you around.